Good morning. I'm not doing live because it is like 7:54. Like I have to go to work in a little bit. I'm taking care of my mental health. I'm saying no to many things because my I need to take care of my mental health. This is my mug. This is some of the a type of mug that'll be on my Etsy. But this is personal because it's got a one-dimensional house and a little red barbecue pit. And it's one of those two stacks. Remember, they're inside of it are two bowls to put your charcoal in it. Bear doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about, which, Bear, doesn't it aggravate me?
Apparently.
I get so mad at him when he doesn't remember a memory that I had as a child.
I mean, your brother and sister, but that's something to that.
So I'm like pissed off. Like, don't you remember those? And he's like, no. Like, shut up. And then the one dimensional house that we probably all drew as little kids. Like, there's no dimension to it. And I always had to have the door and the two windows with four panes and a chimney that's not even architecturally sound. It's like off to the side. And I love it's a little homage to the one of my most favorite drawings as a child. I would draw this all the time. Whenever we were given drawing time or coloring time, I would either color a strawberry or draw what I thought my house looked like and my dad's red barbecue pit. And sometimes I would draw my dad. Oh, I love my dad. But anyway, let's talk about Barbara Streisand. I don't think she was being a mean girl. I think she's just an old boomer. And old boomers, they were raised by well-meaning moms, but let's face it, there wasn't much out there in way of beauty magazines to influence their moms. So boomers have no one to blame. I'm sorry, but they don't. They don't have anyone to blame. Who's my mom going to blame? My grandmother, who had an eighth grade education. Give me a break. Their eating trauma came from men. You know, being in the patriarchy, the new
Don't ask me to fix that word.
the magazine, women's magazines, how to look and feel your best for your man, the fashion. So their trauma, they created it. Okay, with what society was giving them, they took it and they created these societal norms for women. I blame it all on boomer women because boomer women could have said, mind your business. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to wear. But they ate it all up. They ate it all up. So, that being said, they raised Gen X women and so forth and so forth, and in long generations. They raised women with all kinds of eating disorders. Clean your plate. Don't eat everything. I mean, we didn't. Who you got was just whatever name you drew in the bag of bad luck. So, my mom never really. My mother never actually told me not to eat seconds. She never did. Not at the table. She never told me to slow down. She never told me that's enough. None of that. But she would call me fat. She would say that. And she would say, you're a beautiful girl. Mamas, you're beautiful. And if you saw high school pictures of me, you would be shocked. I know what size I wore all through high school. I was a size 9. We would die to be a size 9 right now. I would just give anything to be a size 9. I was a 9 all through high school. And then when I graduated, I was just enjoying the high life and Taco Bell and McDonald's because I was an adult and I had my own car and going to work. I remember ballooning up to an 18. When I had my first child, I was a 20, a size 20. And I've always been a 2022 ever since. So as a size 9, my mother and the world were making comments like that. I even had some toxic friends. You're beautiful if you would just lose weight. But I want to tell you something about one toxic friend I had who would say that to me a lot. I never said it to my face. I never said it to her face. But I always used to think it because I was raised by a toxic woman, and I'm toxic. I'm toxic, guys. So in my mind, I always thought, you wouldn't be able to handle it if I lost the weight. I'm too pretty to be your size because you're your size, and I've seen wallpaper that's more interesting than your face. And that's the problem that we're going to deal with. All the healthy looking women who aren't healthy at all, who have rotten little souls, are going to come out and their bitterness is going to show. Because their eating disorder isn't so obvious as ours, right? Ours is overeating, emotional eating. And their eating disorder is just very ladylike, very discreet. It's done in the dark. It's done in the privacy of their home. And then they can look better mentally. That's the thing. They have been passing as a healthy woman, and there's nothing healthy about them. But their trauma comes probably from their mom, who told them, you're not very pretty, so you need to at least look fit and stay thin and exercise and starve yourself, because with a face like that, you can't be fat as well. And I'm telling you, I've had friends who've told me their parents say this. Okay. The word plain Jane was always thrown around with some girls I grew up with. So whereas we overweight girls were dealing with our trauma with, you're so beautiful. God, if you would lose weight. If you lost weight, you would be so beautiful. Well, I already knew I was beautiful. And I also knew, I'm not blind. I would see pictures and I'm thinking, I'm not fat. Okay, so I don't want anybody to think that I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I wasn't. I knew I was bigger than all my skinny girlfriends, but they were all dealing with acne. They had acne, and they had they didn't know how to put on their makeup, and I had that going for me. You know, I thought I was very beautiful, and I had great skin, and I just seemed to be aware that there's a gas leak around here. You know, something's not right. I don't think we're being told the right things. You're being told you're beautiful, but you're obnoxious and you really aren't pretty. But society thinks you're beautiful because you're thin. I saw it right away. I saw the discrepancies right away. You couldn't. So I wasn't ever fooled by it. I just kept quiet about it. I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. You know, it is what it is. So Barbra Streisand, she has always been insecure about her looks. She's never referred to herself as the classic beauty, and she has said numerous times about her mother and other women and people at school making fun of her for her nose and her looks. But she had a great figure. So it could be alarming to someone like her and the healthy looking women that passed as healthy to watch beautiful overweight women lose the weight, because now they're going to be the full deal. There won't be passing. So the plan would be to diminish their accomplishments by saying, oh, was it Ozempic? Not hard work and exercise?